Dolphins thirsty, they never show no mercy. On the field or in the game, Miami knows how to play. Dolphins thirsty, we all get down and dirty. Tell you what you wanna know, it's the Dolphins Show. Quench your thirst for all things Miami Dolphins. They are the football kings, cause they play to win. Come on in and have some fun, whether we have lost or we have won. For all things Miami, it's Dolphins Thursday.
Hello, Miami Dolphin fans. Welcome to Dolphins Thirsty. Thank you for joining us tonight. Steve out in Texas, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Still hot out here in Texas, 112 degrees today.
Hey, yeah, it's hot here in South Florida as well, so I understand. I know Texas is a different kind of heat than our heat, but I hear your humidity's been pretty rough itself this week over in Texas. So that must be brutal when you hit 100 degrees, over 100 degrees, and still have the bad humidity. So
Absolutely.
hopefully you're staying hydrated, my friend.
Oh yeah, I got my drink right here.
There you go. See, I got my water, because if you're thirsty for Dolphins information, check out Dolphin Thirsty. So, Steve, we should be having another co-host join us soon. He's running a little bit late, but to get caught up, there's not much to get caught up on the Dolphins.
I know. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, still no news on Dalvin Cook making his decision to come home and play. He was posting stuff on Instagram about his South Florida days of playing in high school. I think the guy wants to come home, but we don't know. We will see soon enough. And here comes Justin. Here comes Justin in the house. Let's get him in there, and then I'm going to – hey, Justin, welcome to the show,
Hey,
man.
Justin.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? What's up, Rob? What's
All right, how you doing, man?
Good,
doing
man.
great.
Good. Hanging in there, just trying to keep things rolling.
I hear you.
Hey, that's all you can do, man. That's good. So anyway, we were just getting caught up saying there's not much, like you and I discussed earlier today, Justin. There's not much out there on the front. Still nothing on the Dalvin Cook, but that's like good or bad news because he hasn't signed with anyone. So, it doesn't mean anything still. If you listen to Boomer Esiason the other day, he thinks Cook wants to come to Miami, but he doesn't think Miami's given enough money yet, because supposedly the Minnesota Vikings have like $7 million on the table to return to Minnesota. But according to Boomer Esiason, he's not so inclined to do so. But we will find out. The Jets have like $5 million, and the Dolphins supposedly. This is all according to Boomer Esiason. I do not have any inside information, but Boomer's reporting it, and that the Dolphins have like 4.5. To me, 5 million and 4.5, by the time you do the state taxes that New York has and Florida doesn't, that's like a wipe, But we are seeing. He thinks Dalvin Cook wants to come to Miami, but he's using the Jets as leverage to get a little more money out of the Dolphins. Flirting with the Jets because Aaron Rodgers has been flirting with him and all that good stuff. Well, so what do you think, Evan, on that front?
It's crazy. We talked about this a couple months ago, and we had Dr. Reggie Brown on. Shout out Dr. Brown.
Yeah, he's good. I hope he comes in one day soon.
Yeah, we're talking about a price point, and everybody's like, oh, it's a little too rich for my blood. And what they offered him, in my opinion, is kind of lowball. And I understand we're just trying to do business and move on. But you got to really start asking yourself this question. Is it like a couple $1 million here, they're going to be really worth us not making a run, or worth it? Or letting him go to the Jets and then we have to play him twice a season or anything like that. So the $4.5 million they got on the table, that's great. You want to know what? Let's talk to Dalvin's people, have them meet with the Dolphins people. Let's negotiate a contract that's more to the front end loaded, and let's go ahead and do something to get him here. Let's meet somewhere in the middle is what I'm saying. He wants north of $7 million, which is $8 million. We got 4.5 on the table. Dalvin, how about 6.75?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds good. Where do you stand, Steve?
I think he's waiting, and he's doing the smart thing. He's waiting, he's being patient, and I believe that Miami. I think Chris Greer is standing firm on his offer. I really don't think he's going to go up. If he does go up, it's not going to be much. And I think once Barkley and Jacobs gets signed. I know there's been a stalemate in the Barkley signing with the Giants, but
Sure.
I think once those signings get taken care of, then I think we're going to see we're going to see not just the Dolphins, not just the Jets, but I think we're going to see other teams jumping on the bandwagon for Delvin Cook, and it's going to be a bidding war.
So you're thinking you're waiting for the proverbial other shoe to drop for them to set the market for the running backs,
so.
And then they'll start coming in one by one. Yeah, I
Yep.
could see that. I could see that
Yep.
happening for sure.
Yep.
The thing is I don't want to play around with it too much, and I know the Dolphins
Exactly
are playing Russian roulette with it. That's fine and all dandy and everything. If we miss out on him, you better pray to God that A-Chain is the next version of him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really think that they need to just go all in, man. There's nothing to stop you from going all in, and just go ahead and don't let $2 million stand in the way of us winning a Super Bowl, please.
Yeah, no, I know. If that's how I look at it too. If it's just a matter of that amount of money, make it up somewhere else, rework someone else's contract, do whatever you have to do.
Let's do that. Something, please. Because there's.
I mean, if they don't want him, that's one thing. If they don't think, he's that important, then okay, then don't worry about it. But if they think he's okay, it just depends where they stand. We don't know where they evaluate him at. But if they really are all in, go get him, rework Kristen Wilkins' contract or something like that, free up some money, worry about next year, because we keep on pushing that can, as you like to say, down the road, Justin. But, eventually it'll catch up. But for this year, we can push it down the road one more time and try to win.
You want to know what? All you really need to do is, it really sucks. Shout outs to Keon Crossing. I ain't trying to diss you by no means or say you're a bad player. You won a Super Bowl. You're a decent player, but you're a special teamer. You're someone who would have played gunner last year in special teams for us. We got Justin Bethel in the house. We got Elijah Campbell. You know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of Keon Crossing right now. Show him his papers. I'm glad you came here for the services you put up for the Dolphins. We love you, buddy. But it's time to move on. And that 3.75 or the $3 million we're going to save, put that on top of the Dalvin Cook deal, and let's just get this damn thing done.
Yeah.
Well, we have till July 25th. You know what I mean? And be honest, we have beyond that. As far as
beyond that, if no one snags them.
Yeah. Remember what I said when you guys had the show the other day? I wasn't on. I was commenting on it.
Yeah.
I was like, a couple days before training camp starts for the Dolphins, Dalvin Cook will be in the aqua and orange.
Yeah, and I agree with the Back It Up Bins podcast. If Cook wanted to stay in Minnesota, he would have taken that $7 million base on, and Miami should ante up at this point for the final piece. I agree with you.
Maybe he wants to win too and go home. You know what I mean, and make it kind of worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like after you take out all the taxes, the $7 million that they offered him. If the Dolphins turn around and even did the $6 million and ponied up from the $4.5, that's $1.5 million. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and offer that to Dalvin Cook and make it the 6. Dalvin probably like, you know what? Let's run this. And then, all it takes is just a little bit more incentive.
Exactly. And Scotty chimes in. Yeah, that's what's. And DJ Live, welcome, man. He's in the Dolphins community that I have on Twitter. He's a good guy. I'm going to drop him a link here in a minute. Hey, Cap. Let's see. Here's Cap for live, dropping some info. He is saying, and the Giants remain as stalemate with the deadline to reach a new deal approaching on Monday, July 7th.
Yeah, like Steve was saying, maybe waiting for that other shoe to drop so we see where it's going to be set at. And then we can come in. If, say, they give Barkley 12, we can be like, oh, okay, how about 6.5? See what I mean? Like, he's not Barkley by no means, but he's not bad. I say Dalvin Cook's, and at his age, he's still top 7, top 5, in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah. Guys, I just dropped a link if you guys want to join in the discussion. Before we get more people in here, Kristen Wilkins, I know kind of where Steve stands because we talked about him last night on the Fins Talk Sports Network at 7:30. Steve said basically 17 million, yes, 20 million a year, no.
No, even 18 million. In the rankings that I was talking about last night, Rob, these were not rankings that the national media projected or put out.
Managers, he said.
They were his peers. Those were players.
His peers.
His peers. Those were coaches. Those were anybody that follows in line with the NFL. as far as coaching goes and scouting and all that kind of stuff. And they projected, or they didn't project him. They ranked him as an honorable mention defensive tackle. He wasn't in the top 10.
Right.
So
Yeah, because it's
he's
not
not.
because they love this. They love sack, the sack numbers and all that, and what he's good at. He is a top, if not one of the top, if not the top run defender at his position.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
So,
he was leading in tackles, one of the top leading tacklers for defensive tackles.
right, and then that uncharted thing that you can't measure is heart, compassion, leadership. Yes. He brings
Correct.
all that to the table. So that's why I say it's really, to me, the Dolphins have themselves kind of back against the wall because you don't want to lose him, but at the same time, you don't want to overpay him either. So Evan, Justin, you can drop, and I'm about to add. You can say what you want on the.
You know what? To be honest, he's the heart and soul of our defense. I'm not going to come off of that or like shy away from it in no means. He's the heart and soul of the defense. He plays with swagger. There's not another guy on the D-line, I think, besides maybe Zach Sealer, that plays with that kind of swagger. I know everyone's talking up the Raekwon Davis and, like, they want him to have a great season and all that. The Ogba coming back, that's great stuff. But what we really need to start thinking about, and this is for future, maybe not this season, but maybe during the off season, is replacing a Wilkins with another something cheaper version and getting what we can for Christian Wilkins and moving on. That's the Dolphin way around here as well with the defensive line guys. And also, let's just think about this for a minute. Christian Wilkins is demanding that money, the $18-20 million range. I've heard it. We've talked about it. Everyone's been blabbing about it for eons, it seems. But let's just think about this realistically. Are we going to give that to him, or are we going to give that to Jalen Phillips? Not only that, but you still have Zach Sealer in the house, so you could get like the same kind of player, but maybe for a little bit cheaper of a version. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think he's kind of expensive. Love Christian, want to keep him in house. If he's like, hey, I'll settle to stay in Miami for $16 million, bam, sign me up. It's a done deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, anyway, let's welcome in DJ Live. DJ, thank you for joining us tonight. And first off, how can people, I know you're busy working full time, but you got a YouTube channel that you do good stuff on. Where can they find you on YouTube?
You can find me at DG Live. I post a lot of videos up there. NFL, the Dolphins, I'm trying to expand the horizon as far as what I can bring to the table. So, sometimes when you limit yourself, you kind of stay in that lane, but I'm trying to reach the stars,
I know your third receiver video I've loved a lot. I've watched it a couple times. It was really good. I like how you broke it down. He went like, who's going to be the Dolphins' third receiver, guys? Go check out that good video. And a question we always ask to someone for the first time here. First, where are you from? Are you in South Florida? Or are you somewhere else?
Yes. I stay in Palm Beach County.
Oh, okay. So just a little north of me. I'm in Pembroke Pines, which is in Broward. So we're down here. But Justin there's in Colorado, who's JPF Scout, and then right next to me over there, he's in Houston, Texas, but all big-time Miami Dolphin fans.
You see me worldwide. We're everywhere.
Exactly. So I guess that's why you're a Dolphins fan, because that's my next question. But since you're from down here, that's probably like me. And Steve is originally from South Florida. Justin is one of those guys that picked Dan Marino on the Dolphins back in the day that, Dan Marino hooked in. So that's where he's come from. So, DJ, are you more of an offensive-minded guy? Do you look at the offense, or you like defense, or just the whole thing? You want a well-rounded team and go out there and kick butt?
I would say I'm more so of offense and defense.
Okay.
Special teams, that's kind of like the appetizer. But the course, offense and defense, that's what I really focus on. The depth, I like the NFL draft. I watch a lot of the prospects, even from high school.
Right. So, you and Justin need to hook up over there. Justin always looks at the prospects and stuff. So that's it. He waits until they get into college, but he likes the prospects for sure too. Mm-hmm. And so where do you stand on Dalvin Cook? And then I'll ask you about Christian Wilkins, since that's what we're talking about tonight. So do you want the Dolphins to be all in on Cook, or only at a reasonable number?
I mean, with the Dalvin Cook situation, I kind of understand as to why he hasn't signed yet. Our cap situation next year doesn't look too good. So signing him right now, it would be best if we sign him to a 1-year deal because that's where all our money is at this year. But next year we can't really like give him a 2-year deal. So
Yeah.
I think that's where they're fighting it at. But I wouldn't mind bringing him in. And I heard you guys talking about Keon Crossing. That might be one person we could let go to bring Dalvin Cook in. And on top of that, I really like our running back room. I don't want to take no touches away from anybody in the running back room.
I agree.
Yeah. So if you get Cook in the running back room, then Jeff Wilson numbers will go down. Raheem Mostert numbers will go down. Devon A-Chain. And I really want to see those guys perform, but I'm not opposed to the fact that Dalvin Cook could be a Dolphin, and I see that he really wants to be a Dolphin. So that makes me want him even more, pretty much.
Yeah.
Bro, Scotty, why can't you compare Wilkins and Sealer, bro? They play the same position. They're not on the same level as far as player goes. That's what I said, first of all. Yeah, you did take over 80% of the double teams, but don't act like Zach Sealer's some scrub, dude, because I'm not going to stand for that. Zach Sealer's damn near just as good as Wilkins. He's not as good, but he's damn near just as good.
No,
I have said that. I have said that.
Statement right there.
Yeah.
No, I have said that if we traded Wilkins, that we're not gonna, as far as comparing Sealer and Wilkins, we're not gonna lose that big of production. We're really not.
I agree. I think Sealer's, man, I'm telling you, he's so underrated, you guys. He's one of my favorite players we got. We got him for nothing off of waivers. He earned a contract and stayed out in the Dolphins practice facility in an RV and got the damn deal. Like, anybody doesn't like Zach Sealer, I'm not, you're a little crazy. I know.
Well, Scotty said he's never called him as a scrub. He just thinks
you can definitely compare the two, though. They're comparable. Like, one's a lot cheaper than the other one, and one's a lot more pricey than the other one.
One's a little more vocal than the other, but hey.
True. Like, that's the thing, is he gets under people's skin. He knows how to play the game kind of the right way on the line of scrimmage to make people want to hurt him, to make people want to come at him. Buffalo Bills don't like him at all. So to me, that's priceless.
Yeah.
No, he does benefit greatly from Wilkins. Absolutely, he does. But guess what? Somebody else would benefit greatly just sliding right in there. I mean, yeah, we can't replace Christian. I hear where you're going with it, but we can't get attached to too many of these guys with the names on the back of the jerseys. We need to get attached to the names on the front of the jersey, which is the Miami Dolphins. We cannot just keep attaching our names to all that. I love Zach Steele. I love Christian Wilkins. I love Jalen Phillips. But if we had to pay one of those three guys right now, who would you pay?
Jalen.
Jalen Phillips. Exactly. Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
And all those three guys right there, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, Jalen Phillips, I'm paying Jalen right now. He's getting ready to break out. This will be the breakout year. I'm calling it right now. I'm probably going to put my money in there for defensive player of the year, or at least sacks of the year. He's going to lead in sacks.
Wow, look at that.
He's come
hey,
out, bro.
Scotty's been saying all along. Scotty, who's in the room, has been saying 15 for 15. He says 15 sacks for number 15, Phillips. So.
I don't doubt. I would actually go into the 20s if you really want me to.
Oh my God, you Justin! Woo. Yeah, that's really going up there, Justin. That's
I'm not
really
playing,
great.
bro.
So DJ Live, before I forget, where do you stand on Christian Wilkins? Now that you heard all of us blab about him, do you have a price point on him, like, or are you all in on keeping him no matter what?
With Christian Wilkins, I feel like we could keep him on a certain price, but if he doesn't want to accept that price, we might as well let him go, get whatever asset we could get for him while we can.
Exactly.
I like Sealer, and I feel like we could get another piece and Sealer and Akeem Hicks or and Ndamukong Suh. We might bring them back, and those two could work perfectly fine. I know we don't have a lot of depth back there. Hopefully, I went to the softball game, the Xavier Howard softball game.
Oh, I was out there too.
You was out there?
Yeah, I was out there. It was fun.
Yeah, you probably didn't see
other than the bad rain.
Oh yeah, that ruined everything,
Yeah.
But I seen Raekwon Davis out there, and he's too huge of a human being to not be.
Yeah, he's massive.
Massive, bro. So
you know what? I think that's
he can't swing a baseball bat, but he can.
I think that's his whole problem, is he's too big, bro. He's too tall. To play that nose tackle position, you should be just a tad under 6'4", as tall as I want you. Honestly, I think he's not benefiting from the position he's being asked to play. He needs to kick over and play a 3-tech, and they need to bring in a 320, 330 plus pounder, someone who can take at least like 40 bench press reps at 225. Someone who's strong. You have to be able to play strong inside, if you can't play 0-tech.
We actually have somebody in the room, Jalen Twyman.
Jalen Twyman,
you know,
yeah.
Nobody really talks about him, but I've been keeping.
I talk about him all the time.
You
Well,
see,
you guys get along, like I said,
What-
because he was big. You've been big on Hicks all off season, Justin,
I
and he
love me
drops
some
Hicks
Akeem
in
Hicks.
like you.
Was Twyman? Was he with us last year?
Yeah, he actually was a waiver
Was he?
pickup that we picked up, and he's from the University of Pittsburgh. He's
Right.
raw, 3-tech. He's got a really good 3-cone that he put up, a really good 40 time, and really good bench press reps. He's just raw. He just needs to learn how to string it all together.
Yeah.
How to use his body. If he can get that part of the game down, he's going to be a monster. But he just needs to more seasoning is all it takes.
Well, that's all.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty says positive view for Phillips. He's more positive on the 2 interceptions. He says between Ramsey and Holland and X, they will have 20 interceptions combined this year. Combined between the three.
I'm
But
with
hey,
Hey.
And guess what? All those are going to be coming from that pressure up front. Watch, Jalen's going to have tipped passes. Jalen's going to jump up and intercept them and take them back to the house. Just watch, man.
I hope so, man, because you know, as Dolphin fans, we always hope for the best. So hey, I would love it, man. And another big Hicks guy. So we got a lot of guys that want Hicks. So that is awesome. One more time to throw that up there.
But first, you got to find a location for Christian Wilkins. That's it.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what
you could bring Hicks in still and keep Christian Wilkins in house, and Hicks can just play depth. We need depth right now behind.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we only have the Anthony Montalvo, the Brandon Peely, and the Randy Charlton that are going back to right now, and plus the Jalen Twyman and Jared Bronson. They'll be in the house, start training camp. But man, wouldn't it be really nice to add a veteran like an Akeem Hicks, a Linville Joseph, or a name that no one mentions? I don't know why, because he's connected to the Broncos, and that's connected to Vic Fangio, connected to the Dolphins now, and that would be the what's his name? Harris. Yeah, Harris. Shelby Harris. Shelby Harris.
Shelby.
Shelby Harris. Yep. That would work out. You need someone who can play down low. He's the tweener, meaning he's only going to be able to give you a little bit of some 3-tech and in a pinch give you some 1-tech. But we could use that. We need another body to put back there, someone who's a veteran, someone you can count on. Because right now, if you watch anybody like an Omar Kelly or Alan Poupart, they have that show they do. They think those guys are trash and we have no depth. But I think there's something there in especially Montalvo and Nelson and Brandon Peely. I'm telling you now.
How about Bronson?
I like Bronson. He's just had a cup of coffee in the NFL with us and in the NFL period. And he came in with us. He's also another waiver pickup that we had. He's came in. He's been here now for 2 years, so he's starting to pick up the system a little bit more. I like him. He's stout at the point of attack, but he doesn't move as well as I would like. Someone like the Brandon Peely, he reminds me of Paul Soliai because he's like a quick little
I remember him.
cat. You know, he's like faster than he is from his size. He's really big, but he moves quicker than you would expect him to move for a man that size.
And on a side note, DJ, Cat for Life likes your lightsaber. He thinks that almost looks like a lightsaber from Star Wars behind you, that light. He goes, hey, he thought, when I first looked at it, he thought it was like a light. He said, I thought it was like a Jedi lightsaber.
That's dope.
So that's pretty cool.
That wasn't even intentional. It was just there, and I just put the dolphin color because that's what I talk about.
You got a good looking background. I like it. You look sharp.
Yeah, I just purchased a couple of the smart lights. They change the different colors and stuff, and I was trying to get it all set up today so I'd have the Dolphin colors above me, but I can't get them to connect on my Wi-Fi for some reason. I'm not very tech savvy, but I'll figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
But,
so a couple YouTube videos, it'll work.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, YouTube helps, man. That's for sure. You can look up anything on.
I mean, I don't know. If there's one guy you could add out of like all the names we've named, all like the 5 players, and you all know the guys I like Reisner and Zach Cunningham, guys like that.
Hicks.
If there's one guy you could add right now, even Dalvin Cook, who is that guy going to be, and why are you bringing him in
Wow.
Right now?
right now?
Well, I mean, in somebody in addition to the defensive line, or someone like
No, anyone. I think he means anyone on the whole team.
Oh,
Anyone.
I would definitely have to bring in another inside linebacker for sure. We don't have any depth
I like
there either.
that. I like
You know, we
that.
got David Long. He was hurt. He didn't even participate in OTAs. Now,
Yeah.
when he's on the field, he's great. He's good. He's really good. He flies all over the field. You know, but he's another one of those guys if he's healthy. So I think we need to add some more linebacker depth. Maybe Cunningham or
I would
someone like that.
Yeah, Zach Cunningham would be awesome.
Zach
What do
Cunningham.
you guys think about giving Reuben Foster just too much bad packages from the past, or would you give him a
I
chance?
actually heard he's signing a contract with another NFL team.
Oh, I didn't hear
what I
that. Okay, I missed that part.
Yep, that's what I heard. I heard he's going to be signing another contract with somebody. I forgot who it was, but
All right, so
It might be the Steelers from what I hear.
yes, that's
Oh,
what I heard.
okay.
Yep, I read
Well,
it was
thank
the
you, guys.
Steelers. DG's right. Yep, that's right.
So yeah, oh well, there's one name probably off the board, but I was trying to think of like names because I would like if all the names we said tonight, I would probably say Hicks almost above everyone, just because, like you said, that's where we don't have much depth among the defensive line.
And
So
I think
something would happen to Wilkins or Sealer, or we're hoping for Ron Kennedy. I agree with DJ Live. They were hoping for Davis to step up this year, and he has all the physical tools, like you said. DJ, I saw him live, man. He's a huge guy, man.
But you know what? I think, and even and I'm including myself too. I don't give Raekwon Davis enough credit playing that nose tackle position. I think he takes up a lot of space, takes on a lot of double teams, and he helps out Christian Wilkins and Sealer. I don't think we give him enough credit, and I'm including myself in that. So if he goes down, who do we have? You know,
no, that's it. No, we don't have any. That's the problem. That's where I think we have
next,
the less
next
depth.
man up.
Next man up. But who's that? But here's another question mark I have on the defense, and I'm sorry, and that is safety position. Trill Williams was hurt last year. Nick Needham, we don't even know if he's going to be coming back this year. He may be put on the
He'll be on the pup. He'll
on
start
the
on the
pup.
pup.
Yeah. So we need some more safety depth as well.
So what do you? I'm thinking they're going to have Trill Williams compete at safety and take the Eric Rowe snaps.
He is going to play safety. Yeah, he's going to play safety for sure.
But I think they were fine at safety. You got Brandon Jones. You got Deshaun Elliott. You have Elijah Campbell.
Wait a minute. There's another one. Deshaun Elliott was hurt. He has a hurt shoulder.
Yeah, he'll probably be ready for the beginning of training camp, though.
I hope
if
so.
he's not, and you're hurt, honestly, when we signed Deshaun Elliott, I thought it was more of a Vic Fangio signing because he likes to play quarters coverage and a lot of like stuff that he'll use that guy for. Maybe some stuff in the box as well. But I don't think, maybe safety you could see, but I think we got enough, man. You got like 4 or 5 of them they're working with right now. You figure, like I said, you got Brandon Jones, Javon Holland.
You got Bryce Thompson.
Yeah,
Bryce
Thompson.
I don't know about Bryce Thompson.
I think they're going to use him as slot. I think he'll
slot.
I think they'll use him.
You think he'll make the team
slot.
though, Bryce Thompson?
I don't know. I've been hearing some good stuff. I was going to go check out some film.
The last practice, he had got like 2 or 3 picks during that practice.
Yeah,
so
I did
he's
hear
been flashing a little bit.
But
I'll give you another name right now. I know that some people will give me some pushback on it, but that's why I'm like I'm going to throw it out there because I know it's going to happen. Is Jalen Ramsey will be playing the star, the jack, the safety.
Oh, absolutely.
No, for sure. That's why I was going to say that when you were done. Yeah.
The guy that we're not talking about enough, though, is a rookie, which Drobs heard me talk a little bit about him. And as a guy they probably want to bring along slowly would be the Keandre Smith, the kid that was out of Kentucky. He's very long, very lanky, very aggressive. He can tackle in open space. The
undrafted free agent,
Yeah, but that one right there, though, was a hand-picked Fangio one. And the reason why I can tell you I know it is because it matches the Deshaun Elliott stuff. So when you're talking about the Deshaun Elliott, hey, he's hurt, he's got an elbow. That's all good. We got Keandre Smith. That's probably why they drafted him, because it's kind of
undrafted, right?
like, yeah, he can play the quarters coverage, the over the top. He can take away like a quarter or half of the field for you. So that's kind of what they want to use him for. Maybe you slide him in there, be like, hey, can you one up on a tight end? This will all be proven in the preseason. So when you see these preseason reps going out there, don't act like it's just preseason. It doesn't mean anything, because it really does. The first guy who steps up and is like, hey, I'm going to be the man at left tackle, you just earned yourself a job, because Teron Robson's not going to play.
So what do you think of Scotty's? Like, these are the 11 DBs up from 10. That's what he thinks. Do you agree with those guys that he says are going to make the team there? Obviously, Ramsey and X go without saying.
I don't know. I got question marks on two of them. Campbell, yeah, but McKinley and Trill Williams, I don't know. I think they're battling for maybe one spot.
And we still don't know what's going to happen with Needham.
No, exactly. We don't know what's going on with Needham, which he'll start on the pup. So, yeah, I like those besides those two players. I think McKinley, you can sneak him onto the practice squad.
Yeah.
Trill Williams, if you try to put him on the practice squad, he's going to get poached.
Yeah, he would get poached. He's really good athlete. He was out at the softball game too. He looks like a phenomenal athlete.
I did a big breakdown on his game out of Syracuse on my YouTube page, where I'm a big Trill Williams fan. The thing I like about him the most is when he's guarding up somebody in press man coverage, because he can play press man or in zone. He could probably even play some safety as well. Like we're talking, he's going to do it. He doesn't give the gate open. He will literally make the receiver come to him and dictate the thing. He's not just going to open his hips. He's going to come up and press you. And that's what I like about a guy like that. He's aggressive to the point to where it doesn't get him in trouble, but it like gets him into a zone if you can kind of dig where I'm coming from. Like when you play out there on the island, you have to have a swagger about that. I'm the man, no one going by me. You ain't getting through this, and you just got to get out there and do it. And that's kind of how Trill Williams is. His father follows me on Twitter too. I'd love to get that dude on the show. Have him come here and talk about Trill.
He put on some weight this year too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he put on some.
I know we've been talking about Trill forever, but unfortunately he's been hurt. So Dolphin fans have been excited for him for a long time, and I want to see him out there. I'm hoping I think he makes the team. I really do. I think he will. If he stays healthy, I think he's a good enough athlete.
Here we go. If he stays healthy,
we can say that really
There's
about
a lot of those ifs, aren't there?
A lot of ifs.
We can say that about every football team, but yeah, the Dolphins have a history, a tendency, I would say, to bring in guys that have an injury history, unfortunately, because David Long has an injury history, Deshaun Elliott has an injury history. So, and last year, Armstead, he had an injury history coming in. So, you know what you're getting when they come in.
It sounds weird, but I'm not as concerned about the defense, and that's because we got the best signing of the offseason.
That's why I'm going to ask DJ.
Vic Fangio in the house. I'm more worried about the offense. I really am. And the reason why is because it always seems to bite us when it counts, man, when we need it. Like, I can't stand the fact that you want to force the ball to these speedy wideouts, because I know you got some Ferraris and a nice old a Lamborghini on the other side, and you want to use these weapons and everything like that. But dang it, when you need to run the ball, you just need to run the ball. Like anything 3rd and 6 and under, I'm going to go ahead and design me a run. And that's
what you agree with that, DJ? I agree with that too, but let's see what DJ's take. Do you think we kind of abandoned the run too much last year?
Yeah, I do think we abandoned the run a lot last year, but I think it was more based off first, Tyreek Hill even said that he wasn't even he didn't know the offense too well. That's first thing first. And we already know that when we traded for Tyreek, we was gonna give him all those targets. And we have Jalen Waddle out there, and we was trying to make Mike Gesicki work. And we had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. I felt like there's moments where the running game wasn't working, and then Mike McDaniel was like, "Okay, let's just throw it down there, and hope that we get a first down."
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The one game that really got me disappointed though was the regular season Buffalo game up there. We were like, Mojo was killing them, just like killing them, and then we went away inexplicably from the run in that game, and I just don't know why.
He was averaging close to 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, they were averaging yards, like 7
Yeah.
yards a carry, bro. You
That's-
don't take that out of the dude's hands right there. You just keep feeding it to him
until they stop it. If they stop it, then fine. But you just keep on doing it until they prove they can stop it several times.
That's
but
right,
I mean,
man.
I
You
agree.
got to start playing the
And
game
that's-
the right way, like complementary. Like when our offense can play like our defense can play and give the
Exactly.
same effort, you're gonna have yourself a really good football team.
No, I agree. And Finn's Table Talk, that's Hank Fish Tank King. Welcome to the room,
Hank.
Fish Tank King. He's a guy with a fancy Corvette that's all Miami Dolphins stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's kind of like this. I understand we have weaponry, and I understand that's the best friend for a quarterback. But the way I kind of see things and the way you guys see things is probably a little different. I think the best friend for a quarterback is his offensive line and a good running game.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Come on, brother, preach, bro. 'Cause
I'm
be
with
honest
you.
If you can get a good offensive line and you can hand the ball off instead of being like, hey, I got to make this risky pass out here on the edge where I'm only going to have like 3 inches to the left, or you know what I mean? Like all the passes that Tua makes that are like really close. You can start handing the ball off and getting these yards, you guys. First, you're going to get like a 3 or 4 yard run. Then you're going to get a 7 yard run. Then you're going to snap a 20 yard run. Then you know what? You might get tackled for a loss for 2 or 3. But it's not about what you get on every single play. It's about making the defense commit to you run. You have to make them play it honest. When Mike Gesicki came on the field, whole defense is like, pass,
Yeah.
yo, Lucy, Ricky.
No, I know. Tua might as well have held up a sign that says we're throwing the ball. So, you know, because it was obvious when Mike Gesicki was
Now
in
it
there. So
ain't
hopefully
gonna
the
be
new
like that.
tight end, hopefully the kid from Stanford, Higgins, can step up quick and play because he's probably the best athlete of all the people in our – well, they said that Tanner Connor's a good athlete too.
That's going to be a great battle between those two.
Tanner Connor runs a 4.340.
No, he's a really good athlete. Unfortunately, I think the 2 times
he
they
was
threw
on
the ball
Bruce
to him
Feldman's
last
all
year when
free.
he's wide open, he dropped it. You know,
Well,
so,
come on. That was
I-
one pass. Come on.
I know, but,
Yeah.
hey, but
Give
hey,
a
when
break.
When
I
you're
know
that
one
undrafted
pass, big
rookie, you got to step up to the table and
know.
prove.
He was
But
probably
I
shocked.
believe
He
me.
was probably shocked they threw it to him.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys something right now. It's kind of a dead giveaway. A lot of people like Steve. You'll probably understand it because you watch a lot of film. But I don't understand. I don't even know or realize when the last time I seen a 12 or a 13 formation even called in our offense. And the reason why is because it's been a year and a half now or so. Because you got Mike Gesicki, they were trying to make it work, and it just, dude, that was never gonna work. I knew it. Right when we got on that pin, I was like, this ain't gonna work, dog. And now that you just make him a glorified wideout. And then they tried, and then he switched back again, trying to make him a block. You have to have a guy that can block at tight end, right, in line or flex out, but still offer you the same blocking package. But now you've got all the athletic ability that you didn't get with the size and the strength to get first downs and touchdowns in the red zone. Let me paint you a picture, okay? Check this out. Say we get down in some games and we have to come back, but we need a first down to move the ball. All right? You can go ahead and throw like the Higgins kid up there who literally can take a hit. When he catches the ball and take a hit, I mean he like ate it, right? Because he can absorb the hits, you guys.
Right.
The Tanner Connor kid can absorb the hits.
Yeah, he's beefed up, as Scotty has just said. He looked all he
they're
did.
all
I saw him.
beefed
He does look
That's
all
why.
jacked up. And Tanner
that
Connor
Higgins
said
kid,
in
I
his
think,
own,
would be,
he kind
I
of got
think he'd be
nervous
weapon.
last year. He admits he didn't eat well last year. He just didn't know it worked out as well. But he says now he's got his mindset. Because remember, he was coming from a small college, asked to come up in the NFL to play tight end. And, that's a tough position, as you
He was
always say.
undrafted. He was undrafted.
The undrafted, I know. And he's coming.
The
It's
dude's
really
a freak.
tough. Hey, GJ Live, again, where can people find you on YouTube? And do you do ever live shows, or do you do like mainly pre-recorded videos for the Dolphins?
You can find me at DG Live, same as my name. It's the same name for my Instagram, my Twitter, all my social media platforms. So if you want to contact me, I'm free to talk to anybody. You don't even have to be a Dolphins fan. I'm free to talk to any NFL fan. And for the most part, I do pre-recorded content. I don't have the technology to do live streams to the best manner. So as of right now, I'm sticking to, hopping on people's lives. so on and so forth. I'm
No, you
pretty.
do a great job, man. You're welcome on our shows any time.
That's how it all starts, DG. That's how
Yeah,
it all starts, dog.
That's how I'll start.
Anytime, man. If you ever call me, just hook me up, DM me, whatever, get me, and tell me, hey, I would love to do a live show, and we
Yeah, you
do
come
it,
in
you
here
know?
anytime and we'll chop it up, dog.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can
know
I
you-
ask
that's
DJ?
Mhm.
Can I ask DJ Live a question?
It's DG.
Oh, let me do
Yes.
one thing
DG,
first. I
you
forgot to
guys.
do this. Hey guys,
Oh,
if
I'm
you're
sorry,
watching,
DG.
give me
DG,
a
my bad.
thumbs
My bad.
up, which is
I-
a thumbs up.
Hey,
Or I forgot to
I don't have my glasses on.
give me a thumbs up. Steve made me laugh a blunder there, but it's all good. So give me a thumbs up, guys. And if you really like
Hit
us, tackle that subscribe button and join our team. I look at you as team members, not subscribers, because I'm just here to talk Miami Dolphins football. So anyway, you had a question for DJ? Oh, yeah, there, I caught it. So Steve, you had a question for DJ?
Yeah. Now that we're on the subject of offense, so who do you think our third wide receiver will be? What's your projection?
Well, go watch this great video, though.
I know. Well,
Drive
that's
him.
the reason I'm
Go check
asking.
it out.
I'm gonna have to, but
Yeah, I know, but he can
now
tell.
that I got you here,
Okay. Well, like I'm between two people right now. Right now, I'm between Eric Izukama
Mhm.
and Cedric Wilson.
Yo,
Cedric,
Wow.
like
Wow.
Cedric Wilson, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought you had said maybe Chosen Anderson, but you did say Cedric Wilson. That you said he. I remember that in the video.
So
now.
you think Cedric Wilson's gonna have like a comeback, a little bit of a breakout season, little comeback from what he did last year?
Like I feel like all the receivers have their benefit as to why they should be receiver number 3. You know, Cedric Wilson, this is his second year in the system, so
good
he
point.
he might be able to perform better in the system, and he had some playing time last year. You know, Eric Izukama didn't really have playing time, but this is also his second year. But you know,
Go ahead.
you can go ahead.
All right,
I can go ahead.
I was gonna take one of those two players you just named right there. I know Cedric Wilson has the more experience in the vet. He's more of a veteran. He's been in the NFL. He knows the routine. But man, I'll tell you what, that Eric Izukama, he's gonna be a beast, man. I call it a breakout season for him right now. You heard it here. He's gonna break out this year. He's gonna be the number 3 wideout. He's a bigger version of what they're looking to get out of like a bigger Debo. Like he can do the things Debo can do. He's like a trigger man that can give you different things. You can toss sweep it to him, jet sweep. You can use him out of the backfield. You can put him in the slot. He's also another one of those guys that can get you an easy first down or a touchdown in the red zone and absorb a hit. He eats him. He doesn't just be like, oh, damn, I dropped the ball. No, man, you took the hit, caught the ball, first down or touchdown. Do you see what I'm saying? That's like the difference right now between us winning and losing some of these games, you guys. Remember that. Remember what I said. It's the difference because it's only a couple of plays here and there that are going to cost you a game during a whole game, 3 or 4 of them. And if those catches are catches, like that catch that Cedric Wilson needed to make down toward the ground in the snow, and you don't catch it, dog, we need those. Those are the difference right there.
Well, I have to, I think you changed my mind because I've been thinking about this, and I believe in one of my shows I mentioned the third wide receiver would be Chosen Anderson. But the more I thought about it, and the more I looked at things, and I think I'm with you, DG. I think it's going to be Isukama is going to be our third wide receiver, and Chosen is going to be our fourth. Our fifth wide receiver is going to be Barrios.
Yeah, you know, I like Chosen Anderson, but it's the fact that he just has to run behind the defense. That's the only good use he has. You know, that speed.
Right.
I don't think he could offer anything like yards after the catch. You know,
I agree.
All he could do is catch the ball. Then if a defender's there, I don't think he could like juke him out of their feet. Or whatever. So that's why I like Eric Izukama. He offers that in the game. You know, I like Braxton Berrios too, but this is his first year in this certain system.
Correct.
He kind of he was in the same system with the Jets last year, with Matt LaFleur, who's with the Rams now. But this is a whole different team. You know, I know he's not from South Florida, but he went to the University of Miami, right?
Right.
So he has some familiar. I don't know how to say the word.
Familiarity.
Exactly.
There you go.
he has some of that for South Florida, so I give him that. But for the most part, as far as experience,
Mm-hmm.
time with the system,
Mm-hmm.
of the full body of work, is
Mm-hmm.
either Cedric Wilson or Eric Izukama.
I
Yeah.
think the biggest breaker of the two, what you just said, you just nailed it, and I don't know why I didn't start out with that. The dude's a yak monster. The yards after the
Thank you,
catch
Cal.
for the guy is just it's astronomical. What he can do with once the ball hits his hands, he's really hard to bring down. He kind of runs it. You know who he reminds me of? It's crazy because he's a lot bigger than that guy, but the style which they run in are the same. Is he reminds me of the Isaiah Pacheco. He runs hard like the Isaiah
Mhm.
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Right.
So once you get him the ball, he's going to go forward and get you yards. So
Right.
that's what separates me between the two, and I think Easy E's going to win the spot. I
Yeah.
like what you just said too, Steve. The
Yeah.
Chosen will be number 4, Barrios 5. Craycraft can go ahead and be the practice squad guy.
Yeah.
And I know that
So,
Mike
do you guys-
McDaniel loves
I was going to
Craycraft.
ask DJ what he thinks of Scotty's list there. He has the 6 receivers as Hill and Waddle, obviously. Barrios, Easy, Robbie, Wilson. But I believe Greer moved Wilson, meaning trading him during training camp and backfill with Craycraft. Do you agree with this list?
I kind of do agree. I don't know if they will trade Wilson yet. I'm not too sure about the Tyreek Hill situation.
Yeah.
Will he be like suspended this year, or will it be 2024?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
was-
we've been talking about this, and he can get suspended this year, and the reason being is he's has prior. He was
PCP, bro.
conv-
Player conduct policy, bro. He's
what I'm saying
Yeah.
is he's already had a problem in college that he got kicked off of Oklahoma football team for choking his girlfriend and punching her in the face. He was charged with that.
Right.
He was charged with that. So that's one. Two, there was allegations that that he broke his son's
Yeah,
arm.
that one got-
St-
Right.
that one got
That got-
thrown out
no.
because
Yeah.
they couldn't prove anything. But CPS did get involved, and they took the child away from him. So that's 2. And now this last one is 3. So it's my understanding, if you read the PCP, they can expedite his
Yeah.
suspension if they do suspension, because they can take the stuff that happened in college, and they can also
rolls
add that to
over.
what happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
it rolls over to what happened in the NFL.
So let's just
So
hope-
that's 3.
Yeah.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
all about what Paul or what Goodell's.
It's
gonna
in
do
his hands.
about it.
It's
It's
in
all
his
in
hands.
Goodell's hands now.
Yeah.
The legal system has nothing to do with what the Dolphins are going to
Exactly.
suffer from it. But like Steve just said, if they expedite the process, it's like, no, you know what? We're sick of you. We're going to get this done right now. You're
Yeah.
suspended for the first 4 games,
Right.
whatever it's going to be. I don't know. That was just a number I threw out there. I don't
Yeah.
know any of that,
Yeah.
but it could just be like, I have no clue. I've seen like people comparing to the Devontae Adams situation. He got a game. So maybe
You can't compare that. There is no comparing. Those two are totally different.
it's
Because Devontae
saying
Adams,
the suspensions that they're
well,
comparing.
Devontae Adams bumped into an ESPN reporter who's part
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
NFL, and
I
he
know.
came and right after the game, he came back and apologized.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
No.
just the
So-
suspension part of it, not like
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. But
I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
That's
nobody
another
knows.
reason-
Nobody.
And
Another
another
reason why
Steve
you
is in the
want to
room,
suspend
United
wideouts.
States Marine Corps. Thank you, Steve. Another Steve enters. He says, I think inevitably when a receiver get injured for an NFL team, unfortunately, he doesn't want anyone to get hurt, but someone will. Cedric's value increases dramatically for trading for picks. So that
True.
is true. If some team, because right now no one's knocked down our door, but I do feel like Steve of the United States Marine Corps, Steve there, that
Hoorah!
he will. I don't want to get people confused since we got another Steve in the room, but I agree with him. I think we could end up moving Cedric Wilson if someone gets injured, because Miami's not cutting Cedric Wilson because they have to pay the money. They're due that money. So either he's going to make the team or he's going to be traded. Those are the only 2 options that you basically have when it comes to Cedric Wilson. So I can see why DJ is like pretty big on him being, because they almost, they're going to pay him the big money. So, and he has the talent. McDaniel's talked highly about him in the past and saying that he's really put in the time and is a good worker.
Well,
and has the
the
skill
thing what I
level,
think
and I
they'll
think
end
he's
up.
going to be. I think he'd be the guy. He could be a very good candidate if we don't move him via trade to be
I
that
think they're
trade
going to
guy.
move him. They have to try to move him, whether they
Yeah,
pay half of his salary or not. And the reason why is because Cedric Wilson's a great player and all. Nothing against him, but you all know Mike McDaniel loves River Craycraft. So River Craycraft could easily just take those snaps right there, and then he doesn't have to sit. You know, if someone can take half that contract, then they might make a deal. Here, I'll be right back.
all right, no problem. So anyway, DJ, like I said, so thank you, and I would always check out. You have any new videos since I haven't watched since the third receiver one? Have you got anything new posted since then that we can go check out?
I have a little Jarvis Landry documentary that I did on him, based off his past and how he became a Miami Dolphin, pretty much. And I'm kind of getting prep for the season. I have a lot of videos prepared for throughout the week. The game review. I might hit you up to talk about the game, what
Yeah,
you
no,
thought
that'd
about
be
the
great.
games.
You're
Yeah, that would be
welcome.
great.
And this is our first ever time going at night, so it's kind of cool. So thank you, because we
Mhm.
got even though Scotty and Steve, both guys that are regulars in our daytime show, coming in and joining us tonight. That's awesome. But yeah, you're welcome. As you can see, we're growing here too. We're fairly new here on Dolphins Thursday. We just do it for fun. We're also on the Fins Talk Sports Network, which is another network in which Steve is a host on, and that's why you got Real Talk up there next to his name. He's
Okay.
a host every two. You're welcome to join us on that show. I'm sure Steve would say too. He's the
Oh,
host.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Is it
Absolutely.
he's
on? Is it on
every
YouTube?
Tuesday night. Yeah,
Yes.
it's on YouTube. Fins Talk
Okay.
Sports Network.
Fins.
Real talk, Fins talk on the Fins Talk Sports Network. Yeah, yeah. You can come on anytime, man. We'll throw a link down there and you can join us.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
all fun, man. We just like you, man. We just love talking about the Miami Dolphins. We try not to be as crazy as some of those shows, but
Mhm.
so that stuff happened because some of those panel shows, I tell them, man, it gets so many people on the panel. I go, I would like to grow, but I don't want to have like hundreds where everyone's just yelling over everyone else. There has to be like some kind of set rules. I told Steve because we would love to do a panel show, but and I don't mind people getting. I just want people to have their time, not speak over. Like if you started saying something and I didn't agree, oh, we are an idiot, DJ.
Yeah.
It loses focus of what we're here to talk about, the Dolphins. Then
Rob, it's DG, not DJ.
DG. Oh yeah, DG. Where do I keep on saying DG. Hey,
Because you heard me say it.
oh yeah, see, you messed me up, and I can see it right there. Nice DG. So
DG.
there you go. But I
Very
like
simple.
yeah. But anyway, so you do go to some other shows sometime on those panel shows?
Uh, yes, I actually attended. I forgot the name. I attended it once, but I did not attend another show after that. It's the sports show, the sports talk show, the radio, Miami Music.
Oh
Miami
yeah,
Sports Music.
Yeah,
yeah,
Steven Daniels.
Stephen Daniels. Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
I attended his, but the problem with his, he does it in the morning,
Right.
so I'm not able to attend that much. So if this
So
panel
I
was
normally do the morning too. I've been starting off, and then, but yeah, that's great to know then that we can come in the evening sometime. And thank you for the kind words, Steve, United States Marine Corps. Thank you for the kind words. I like it. So, fins up, and guys, if
Fins
you
up.
haven't done so already, give a thumbs up, fins up, and tell your friends about us. So, DJ, I know you, but DG. I don't know why I want to say
DG.
There you
DJ all
go.
of a sudden now. DG. I'm gonna have to remember how I can remember that DG. Thank you, Steve. You messed me up. So
You're welcome.
I can understand because DJ is a famous term, So DG though, I like it. Does it stand for any names or anything, or you just came up with it? DG.
it stands for Dolphin Gang. You
Oh,
know,
okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
like this. Oh,
Nice.
now I can remember. Dolphin Gang.
There you
You
go.
There you go. Now my old brain. And remember, if I ever screw up a name, it's not because of disrespect. It's just because I screw up. You hear me and Steve during live shows screw up Dolphin players like that'd be Zyler, and people say Sealer, you fools. All right, so don't worry. It's not like we're doing it on purpose. We just we just mess up sometimes. Welcome back, Justin.
We're
Thank
just
you.
old.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you guys, and on the. I mean, we're almost here at the end of the show, but I think it's been a good time. I'm with
Been fun.
Dalvin Cook. Not necessarily bang down the door for him, but if you can bring him in on what we consider team friendly. He's happy. Bring him in. And, it's an improvement to the team. Hicks, I would really like. He'd probably be the name if they said you can only have one. I would think Hicks just because of the depth issues at running back. I'm with DG. Yeah, we're pretty good at the running backs. But I like Moser. I like Wilson. I'm really have high hopes on A-Chain. I know he's a rookie. They don't always pan out. But I have a lot of hope. That's the one guy I did watch some film on, thanks to Justin. We had him on my website written up way before the Dolphins drafted him. Justin had him way up there in his running back.
And he's from the Houston, Texas area, baby.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same as Jalen Waddle. Same as Xavier Howard.
It's crazy if you look on the betting lines, like if you're a bettor or gambler at all. Like they have Bijan Robinson's like a plus 300 right now to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then if you look at the next set of running backs that are down there, like to anything close, like as far as rookies go, it would be A-Chain. And then they have that Tajay Spears is like a plus 5,000 and A-Chain's at like a plus 2,000. So the value for him is really good. Obviously, he would have to go off. In order, if you like to make that bet, if that happened, the Dolphins would have, no Cook. If they had no Cook, then
you wouldn't make that bet if Cook's here. You would definitely not make that bet.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually went and threw down a little Dolphins love down there for 50 bones for Miami to take the whole thing, and the only reason why is because I anticipate wholeheartedly that the Dolphins are going all in for Dalvin Cook. I don't care. This is what I want to do now. I remember when we first started talking about this, I really wasn't warming up to it. But then after I thought about it and Dr. Brown started talking to me more about it, my boy, shout out Reggie, he's like, it's a need. It's not a want, Justin. It's a need. And he's right. And the reason why is because just think about that, man. We could be so explosive back there. It just gives it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
No, it's great. It's like a kid on Christmas morning or whatever you celebrate when your kids are getting gifts. It's like someone that's really excited and whatever. So I understand it's like getting Cook is the sexy name to get. And I do believe it's a need and he will help. And maybe it would make McDaniel stick with the run a little bit more, because he would say, okay, because you can understand, like you said earlier in the show, Justin, you got a Ferrari and a Lamborghini on the outside. It's hard not to want to feed them and get them, all that mileage going down the field at a high rate of speed. So it's hard. I mean, that'd be like saying, you got a couple, Toyotas in the backfield. They're decent cars, but you got these high-end, sport cars.
Yeah, but bro, you get Dalvin Cook, you got the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, and then the Porsche in the backfield. You're like, here.
Yeah.
Just think
and
about what we have.
Don't forget about the Maserati, Mostert.
Yep. Exactly. We just got even more stuff. See, where does he get these amazing toys? And that's what we just need to keep piling on, keep stacking those bricks, as I like to say. And you'll eventually one day break through to the other side. But I'd like to see the line of scrimmage be dealt with a little more. But, man, Dalvin Cook just makes us so much more dangerous than we were without him, honestly.
So, real quick, DG, when did you become a Dolphin fan? I know you're down here, but I don't know what age group you're in. How long have you been rooting for the Dolphins? Who was the quarterback when you became a Dolphin fan?
When I became a Dolphin fan, the quarterback was
AJ Feely.
No, I wouldn't say it was him. I would say it was Henne. Chad Henne.
Chad Henne. Okay. That was gonna be my first guess, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why I figured your age. So you've been a fan all this time, and you haven't even really basically seen a playoff win, is what you're saying. So that's what I was. Yeah. So
it's been rough.
It's rough, man. To stay a fan and never seen, because I'm old enough to. Steve is the only one that's old enough to remember the actual Super Bowl wins. I'm old enough to remember the Super Bowl losses of the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Justin is just old enough to remember one playoff win, I think.
So what are you saying, Rob? I'm an old guy?
Yeah, you're an old guy. I said it nicely, dog. You're the one that –
You're an old head.
Yeah, you got to see this. You still talk about the Super Bowl win, so you remember them. I was,
obviously.
I remember the loss to the then Redskins, now to the Commanders. But when we lost with David Woodley and Fulton Walker had the kickoff return that Super Bowl, and then Marino lost to the 49ers and Joe Montana. I'm old enough to remember those. So at least I had some winning in my life, but it's been way too long because I have a son that's 17 years old and 20 years old, and they're both Dolphin fans, and neither one of them seen a playoff win in their lifetime. So,
Oh, man.
yeah.
It's rough, bro. You got.
I mean, it's better days coming. Better days coming.
This year.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, guys, we're at the end here. Cook would be our best running back since Ricky. No need to second guess adding him. Just do it. Yeah. No, I agree, man. That's great. And one more time, DG, before I mess up your name again, tell them again where they can find you.
You guys could find me at DG Live on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. I will be making a Twitch account, and I also have another YouTube channel that I'm working on where I'll just be reacting to other NFL teams' games on that certain channel. So, like, let's say the Jaguars versus the Titans. Right. That's where I will be more general. But with my Dolphin page, DG Live, that's where I will be talking about the
Dolphin game. See, now I won't ever forget that Dolphin game, Steve. Yeah. Just remember that.
Dolphin game.
I've seen your videos on YouTube before. I've come across them and watched them before. Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah, I'm still growing.
Are you going to break down college prospects this year? Like, do you do draft stuff on YouTube at all?
Yeah, like a little towards like some downtime. You know, during the season, there's a lot of videos that you got to make each week. So
right, exactly. But
right after the season, I'm straight to college. But I'm watching college as well. On Saturdays, Fridays, I watch some. My team is the Florida Gators, so I watch them a lot.
Okay, that's what I like now because my son goes to the University of Florida. So
go.
Go Gators. There you go.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's awesome. But anyway, so awesome content. And like I say, during the draft season, Justin there, he can help you out too. You guys do some draft stuff. Okay. You know, we can try to work together here on Dolphin Thirsty too. And like I said, you got an open guest slot. I will give you, if you want to do a live show, you tell me what night, and I'll send you the link, and you can run your own show and everything. So that'd be great because I got what they call the StreamYard. And that's where I run the show from. So I can give you a hookup and you can run live shows and, you know, right from your house there. You and Justin can do a show together without me even being there. So it'd be great.
Okay,
or Steve and everything. But Steve and I are going to try to do a nighttime show. We're going to knock our door. Steve, Justin and I, we have to find out a time because his hours have changed, but we will see. So, but it's great. It's all fun. And I want to do pre. That's where I'm going to have to hook you up because I'm not good at editing videos. That's why at least live, I love going live because if you mess up, and no one's going to say, "Oh man."
You go live because you don't know how to edit videos.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You know, because if I do it, if I was calling you, the wrong name instead of DG on the, people are going to say, "Why didn't you edit that out?" You knucklehead. At least live, you're going to give me the excuse of like, "Well, it was live. Everything happens, on a live stream, so it's all good." But anyway, guys, you have anything more to say? If not, we're going to be out of here. So the basic thing is, I guess, we would love Cook and Hicks on the Dolphins. We all agree on that.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's how we.
I'm not advocating for Cook, but if we get him, I'm not going to argue.
All right.
Well, me as well. Like I feel like if we get Dalvin Cook, that kind of leads us to get some lackluster names in other departments. Like we probably cannot get Akeem Hicks if we get Dalvin Cook. We probably can't get those big other names, but if we're willing to take that risk, it's whatever. But the most important position, like you said, is the O-line, in my opinion. So
yeah,
I'll take Dalvin Cook and Shelby Harris and Dalton
Risner. Now you're really getting greedy, man. But hey,
absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, but that's great stuff. And as we all have to agree, we got to keep Tua healthy. And, that's it. And that offensive line is a big part of that. And Dalvin Cook can help him stay healthy because if you pass less, there's less chances of Tua getting popped.
Absolutely.
So it's all those things help. And all you guys, welcome. I mean, thank you. And welcome to come every time. GG, an extra special thank you to joining us for the first time and on our first nighttime show ever here on Dolphins Thirsty. So I don't think
cool.
It's too bad.
It's been great.
Thanks for all of you guys.
Yeah, it's been fun.
All right, guys. Justin, you know what Steve likes to do at the end all the time. Come on, Steve. Be ready.
All right.
End it. All right.
Here we go. Remember,
Dolphins number one.
Dolphins number one, baby. Dolphins number one.